The U.S. federal workers are in for a bleak Christmas after a partial government shutdown that began on Friday midnight. The shutdown began following Trump's spat with the Democrats over his proposed border wall deal. The Democrats refused Trump's demand for $5 billion for the wall, resulting in Congress being unable to pass the bill. The bill would have kept the government fully funded and functional, but the shutdown is only partial because many agencies are already funded till September 2019. The special envoy for the Global Coalition to defeat Islamic State, Brett McGurk, has submitted his resignation. McGurk's resignation will be effective from December 31st. According to reports, McGurk has quit because he objected to President Trump's decision to pull out U.S. troops from Syria, a decision followed by the resignation of U.S. Defense Secretary Jim Mattis a day later. A large blaze has erupted at a mine near the city of Solikmask in Russia, with giant plumes of smoke rising from the facility. At least 9 people have been trapped underground as fire continues to rage. 8 out of 17 workers present have been safely evacuated from underground, but the emergency teams are struggling to reach the 9 construction workers trapped inside the burning potash mine. Tensions erupt between French police and protesters as the Yellow Vest protesters gathered across the country to protest against the French government. About 23,000 people were demonstrating, including fewer than 1,000 in Paris. This was down from a week ago at the same time when there were 33,000 protesters were out on the streets across the country. Yellow Vest protesters began in mid-November to rally against fuel tax increases and subsequently against the wider liberal economic reform policy of French President. French President Emmanuel Macron has met with the troops stationed in Chad as he began a 2-day visit to the country. The troops are stationed in the North Central African country as part of a 3,000-strong Barkhane contingent fighting insurgents in the Sahel. Upon his arrival, Macron was welcomed by Chad's president at the airport, and the two are expected to hold talks today. The London police have begun their search operations in connection to the Gatwick Airport drone disruption in London. Britain's second-largest airport was forced to close its runway in the run-up to Christmas when drones were sighted flying across the Gatwick Airport. The disruption forced the cancellation of diversions of around 1,000 flights, affecting over 140,000 passengers over 3 days. Police have made 2 arrests late over suspicion of disrupting civil aviation services. The head of a UN advance team has reached Yemen to monitor a ceasefire between Iranian-aligned Houthi group and Saudi-backed government forces. Both the sides in Yemen have agreed to stop fighting in Hodeidah city during UN-sponsored peace talks in Sweden earlier this month. The UN Security Council unanimously approved the deployment for an initial 30 days of an advanced monitoring team led by retired Dutch general. German maritime rescue NGO Sea-Watch has rescued 33 migrants from a rubber boat in international waters off the coast of Libya. According to the NGO, most of those rescued were from Nigeria and Ivory Coast. In July this year, Malta had temporarily detained the Sea-Watch 3 vessel after it underwent maintenance at a port. At that time, humanitarian groups had said they were being wrongly targeted by Malta and Italian governments as they seek to stem migrant arrivals to Europe. More than 20 people have died in a bus crash in western Nepal. Bus carrying students and their teachers back from a botanical trip ran off a road and plunged into a ravine. Another 14 people have been injured in the crash in Dang district of western Nepal. According to the police reports, the cause of Friday's crash appears to be speeding. Last week, around 20 people died when a lorry carrying mourners from a funeral plunged into a river in central Nepal. Some 350 workers from Bolivia's National Hydrocarbon Agency got together to share a massive batch of a traditional Bolivian dish with thousands of people before Christmas. The workers cooked up a huge pot of arroz de fideo, a pepper pasta, a heavy, nutritious dish that they claim is the world's biggest batch. The pasta is made of noodles, potatoes, beef and vegetables, as well as typically Bolivian spices. Indians are reveling in the spirit of Christmas by enacting plays, singing carols and making merry. Thousands dressed as Santa took part in a procession aimed at spreading joy. Markets across India witnessed a heavy rush with thousands of people flooding the shops decked with attractive knickknacks ahead of Christmas. It looks like the wedding hangover is not going to end anytime soon. The newlywed couple Priyanka Chopra and Nick Jonas are planning for their American reception in the end of January. According to the sources, Priyanka's team is currently doing a recce in Malibu and will soon finalize a venue. It will be a black tie event with Priyanka's close friends Kerry Washington, Dwayne Johnson, Ellen DeGeneres and Meghan, Duchess of Sussex. Meghan Markle are all expected to attend the ceremony. Many other Hollywood stars and celebrities from music fraternity are also expected. The couple hosted 2 receptions, one in Delhi and 2 in Mumbai, after they tied their knot earlier in December at Umaid Bhavan Palace in Jodhpur.